The most interesting thing, I think, the newest development on the 1 minute trends too, is all the stop options you're given. Because we've done so much testing on the monster trend, we found that not only is an L7 stop, which we've reviewed, but now we're actually finding that a 60-minute L1 stop, while sometimes it's a large stop, yeah, the stops are big when they happen, but you're hitting like 80% of the trades. So, I think that's a little big for maybe a 1 minute trend, but you might want to mess with it. Most of the testing we've done on just 1 minute trends have been the L7 stop on the 1 minute. That's a 1 minute L7 if it's not specified. So for a 5 minute trend, an L7 stop is the 5 minute L7. But other than that, it will, if it's not a 1 minute something, it will tell you the time frame that it is. Okay, swing stop, again, not used for one click. So let's look at this for a second. So in this case, let's just quickly look at, if you have a box entry, then that's the L1, that's the green line. In this case, lower low, it's basically worked pretty much every time. If you waited for a white zone entry, you're still waiting for an entry. You haven't touched the white zone yet for an entry, right? Now, if you're both in the trade, no matter how you got in, and you're using your stops now, your L7 is up here. If you used a white zone stop, you'd still be in. This is the white zone. It hasn't broke down yet. But there's a lot more options. You can use a 5 minute box, which is a multi-time frame stop. That's this thing right here. This is a nice trend trade, by the way. Pattern right now on pound dollar. The group stop uses a combination of the L3, the 1 minute white zone, and the 5 minute box as a stop. It's one that I like that keeps your stops pretty tight. It'll get you out if the momentum dies. You never know which one's going to hit first out of these three. So it's hard to choose one of these you want as a stop. But they're all pretty much gathered within a pretty similar area, and they all can take a turn helping out the price if you use the group stop. Okay, so in this case, if you got in around 82, your stop in this case would be over the 98, because that's the highest out of the L3 on the 1 minute, the 1 minute white zone, and the 5 minute box. That's what the group stop is. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. And now these, by the way, will, if you've got your candle close required for stop, require a 1 minute candle close if it's a 1 minute level. But if you choose a 5 minute box stop, that's going to require a 5 minute candle close to see if that box held. With the group stop, it's just a 1 minute candle. Okay, just a 1 minute candle on the group stop. Everything else, if it's a 15-minute L1 or 15, that's the same as a 55-minute box. It's a 15-minute box. The L1 is the box. Maybe I should change that to 5-minute L1 to be more specific. All these, in fact, this probably needs a 5-minute L2 stop as well. But all these will require a candle close if you have that candle close requirement set to true. If not, a 3-pip break is all that is required.